Welcome back to my world of stuff. My name is Paul Mounts. It's Saturday evening, about 5:30, and I think my recent Doctor Who 61 Part 1 rankings has just debuted, so I hope if you've watched it you're enjoying it. If you are, and you have, like and subscribe, leave a good thumbs up. I'm doing another video on Saturday evening. As I said, it's about 5:30. Hope Hurricane Bert, or whatever it's called, isn't doing too much harm and wreaking too much devastation where you are. But I thought I would do a quick video because there's just been a bit of a press release about a new Doctor Who thing which is happening. It is Doctor Who Day. There have been some new things going on. There's been a selection of deleted scenes from the 60th anniversary specials and the first Shooty Gatwa season, which went up on YouTube a couple of hours ago. I have looked at them. They're okay. You can see where they were deleted. And coming up soon, I think, is one of these watch-along things. Stephen Moffat doing a live tweetathon or X-a-thon or whatever they call them now for Boom, his episode from the last season. I think I'll be giving that a miss. But a bit of news has just come through, which I thought I would talk about, give my opinions on, and invite you to tell me what you think of this bit of news. Incidentally, you'll have noticed I'm not in the usual cinema room filming location because it's a bit wild out there in the garden. I'm not doing that trip out to the cinema room to record this. I thought I'd do it up in my office room. So anyway, yeah, we're getting another colorized Doctor Who classic, edited down. You'll remember for the 60th anniversary last year, we were treated, that's a bit cruel, to an edited version of the Daleks, the classic William Hartnell black and white serial, the story which, as you may know by now, features quite highly in my William Hartnell rankings of episodes. It was the story that set off the Doctor Who phenomenon, the Dalek phenomenon, and it was revisited, edited down, new soundtracks and new effects and so on, to introduce it to a modern audience who wouldn't really want to watch creaky old black and white Doctor Who. And it was very successful. Apparently it's come out on physical media. It seems to have sold well. It's gone down well. The thing to remember about things like this is that the original versions are still out there. You can always watch the original versions of these. You don't have to watch or enjoy these new edits, but they're there if you want to see them. And I think it's an interesting idea to bring old Doctor Who up to modern scratch, if you like. And let's not get into an argument or a discussion even about the merits and demerits of old TV and new TV. But old Doctor Who is a tough watch for a modern audience. However, what I'm getting around to here is this new release, this press release, which has just come out, informing us, and I've got the press release here, I'm reading it. Doctor Who fans will be able to watch the second Time Lord's never-before-seen regeneration into the Third Doctor in a new colorised version of an episode from 1969, the BBC has said. Originally airing as part of the War Games story arc in 1969, the episode marked the transition between Patrick Troughton and John Pertwee playing the Doctor in the sci-fi television favourite. However, this is the bit. For the first time, the pivotal scenes have been colorised and enhanced with visual effects for a 90-minute feature-length programme which will air on December the 23 on BBC 4 and BBC iPlayer. You may remember that the Dalek recolorization was shown on BBC 4 just before the anniversary weekend, I think. And it's interesting that it's 90 minutes, 15 minutes longer than the Daleks. However, the War Games is a 10-episode serial. I'll come back to that. The episode will also feature the second Doctor's never-before-seen regeneration into the Third Doctor, the BBC revealed. It's because we never actually saw it or were supposed to see it. The new version will also include updated sound, a new score, and this is interesting, recovered footage not seen since the original broadcast. I don't entirely know what that means. Whether there was old footage from the War Games that's been found, that's a bit vague. The original War Games episodes saw Troughton and his companions Zoe and Jamie, played by Wendy Padbury and Fraser Hines, land in a battlefield that appeared to be a military zone in the First World War. However, they soon discovered that soldiers from different historical periods have been abducted and are being manipulated in a cruel game. As they work to uncover the mystery behind the Warlord and his twisted experiments, the Doctor faces one of his most difficult challenges. Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies has said, "From the day I arrived back on Doctor Who, this was the plan, to colorise old stories and bring them back to life." Okay. And on Doctor Who Day itself, it's great to announce this, celebrating the show's wonderful heritage with an all-time classic. It looks so vivid and new, and for fans of black and white, the story in its original form will stay on iPlayer, so everyone wins, he said hurriedly. Of course, it stays on iPlayer as long as there's no contractual difficulties that arise, because since the iPlayer took control of the Doctor Who archive, the first episode, Unearthly Child, has disappeared. In fact, the first story, I think, is gone because of Anthony Corbyn's son is claiming certain copyright issues. And just in the last couple of weeks, we lost two Robert Banks Stewart serials. Two great ones too. The Seeds of Doom, which is one of my all-time favourite Who's, and The Terror of the Zygons. They've both been removed from the iPlayer with no particular indication that they're ever going to come back, which is slightly worrying. However, the screenwriter, that's Mr. Davies, recalled watching that episode in 1969 at age 6 and shared his excitement that fans old and new could enjoy it all over again. Well, 90 minutes of it. Davies was responsible for Doctor Who's revival in 2005 but left the series in 2009. He returned to showrun in 2023, blah blah blah. It marks the second time a classic Doctor Who story has been colorised following the Daleks. I just told you about that, which was updated to commemorate the 60th anniversary. So there we are. That's the news. I don't think this is news as such, because I think it had been rumoured for a while that there was going to be a new colorised black and white, and I think there are obviously going to be more. I think the War Games was actually rumoured. I certainly heard it rumoured months ago that the War Games was coming. So this is no huge surprise. Thoughts? I'd be interested to hear what you think of this. I mean, I think the important thing to remember is that the original still exists. They aren't going to destroy all the tapes and all the copies of the original version. If you want to watch the original version of the War Games, it's still there. It's on DVD. It's on the iPlayer. This is a new way of looking at the story. And, of course, it's a 10-episode story. A lot of material is going to disappear. Now, famously, the War Games is a very long 10-part serial, highly padded, with a lot of running back and forth. This might be a way to turn it into an interesting feature-length film, and I'll be interested to see how they do it. I don't think the Daleks was particularly well edited. I think certain important things were taken out, and there was a bit of repetition of earlier scenes and things for those with the short attention span. I don't think the Daleks was a particularly good edit. I hope that whoever's edited the War Games has done it a bit more sympathetically, because there's a good story in the War Games, but yeah, there's a lot of padding and running about and repetition. So I hope that whoever edits this finds a way to make it work as a 90-minute film. Colorized, well, yeah, that's obviously going to be a thing now, because black and white TV is hard for people, certainly younger people, to watch, and this is what these things are aimed at, a younger audience. I wasn't massively impressed with the colorization of the Daleks, to be honest. I haven't actually picked up the physical media version, only saw it on broadcast, so it might be sharper on Blu-ray, so this might be a time to pick that up and look at it again. But yeah, these things are going to be colorized. I hope that, again, the colorization is slightly better, because there were some odd colorization choices in the last one, shall we say, in terms of clothing and sets and so on. And well, I'm always iffy about new soundtracks and new effects. But again, always remembering that the original is still there. I know Mark Ayres created a soundtrack for the Daleks, which was a bit bizarre in certain places. New effects, I mean, we had new Dalek voices in the Dalek story. I hope we don't get too much flashy CGI, anachronistic CGI. I don't think it needs it, because having seen the War Games fairly recently, and I'll talk about that in a moment, I think it would be nice to leave it looking like a 60s production in colour. Two things that do strike me: the never-before-seen regeneration from the second into the third Doctor. That's because when they filmed it, John Pertwee hadn't been cast yet, so they couldn't show it. And obviously this is going to be some new bit of wizardry that they're going to come up with to show this happening, and to make this never-before-seen scene finally seen, if you get what I mean. I don't know that we need it. I think part of the appeal of that serial is just seeing the Doctor spiralling into darkness, complaining about the Time Lords doing what we now know as a forced regeneration. And again, I'm intrigued by this reference to what did it say? It says recovered footage not seen since the original broadcast. I don't know what that means. That's a bit vague. It suggests footage that's been discovered, that whether it's cut scenes or edited scenes, or not entirely sure. So yeah, I just wanted to do a quick video on this. I'm sort of ambivalent about it. I like the old black and whites, but I appreciate that they're period pieces, and I think one of the things behind this Whoniverse that we have now is to open the door to the old episodes and bring people in and say, well, this is classic history of Doctor Who, come and watch it. And yeah, I think the issue is that people, especially younger audiences, don't really want to watch black and white TV. So if this is a way to do it, so be it. It's And it's inevitable that longer stories are going to be pared down to be made pacier and flashier for a modern audience. And obviously, I think that the dinosaur fans aren't going to like this. I am a dinosaur fan, but I'll look at it and I'll embrace it. But I think my go-to would always be the original. But no, this isn't aimed at old fans like me, people who've been around the block, people who love and cherish the old stories. It almost seems like butchery to see these things hacked to pieces, but it is a way to bring them to a new audience, and that's the whole point. Okay, back again because there is now an official video trailer for the War Games. I won't post it in the video, but I'll put a link to it down in the description. Gives us an idea of what this unusual little enterprise is going to look like. So I just thought I would give that a little mention. I would love to know what you think of this. Just announced news that the War Games is being reborn in an edit, in colour, with new effects, new scenes, and never before seen regeneration. So let me know what you think of it. Leave a comment down below. It'd be fascinating to hear what you think. Also, if you're new here, subscribe to this channel. There is lots of Doctor Who content. Tomorrow, i.e. Sunday, there's going to be another Doctor Who video. I'll be ranking my top 3 episodes of the modern era Doctor Who's. So yeah, there's loads of stuff on this channel, so it'd be great to have you on board. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching this unexpected video, and I will see you soon. Until I do, keep taking the stuff.